My name is Glasö. I'm the CEO and also the founder of SPENN. I have started this company back in 2015. The reason why I'm starting this company was because I saw a huge need for financial inclusion, particularly in Africa. In a market where we very often see that as much as 60 to 70% of the population do not have a bank account, which very often becomes negative, of course, for the people, because they don't have the ability to actually take part of the services that we typically can do here in this region or in even in Africa when people do have a bank account, such as you building your own scoring system, your own credit history, having the ability to have the simplicity in your daily life as you normally do have when you have a bank account. Now, the reason why I started this company was, of course, as I just said, to solve this issue, as well as utilizing the technology that we are utilizing, we could actually solve one of these biggest issues. And how we are doing that is actually creating a system where we come in and act as a technology provider to the bank. And by such, we will then be able to facilitate the users on behalf of the bank, because in a market where it very often is costly for the bank to open and maintain the bank accounts, and where it takes a lot of effort and time for a bank to actually facilitate that, because very often they don't necessarily have all documentations in place. So therefore, with our solution, we could now come in and we could facilitate these users on behalf of the bank. Now, through the usage of SPENN, our people or consumers will then generate a deposit. This deposit becomes extremely valuable to the bank because now they get access to funds. Instead of borrowing this money elsewhere, typically from United States or Norway or any other Scandinavian country or Europe for that sake, now they can actually get access to capital from local people in the market. When there is only 30 to 40% in a market that has a bank account, that means that the access to capital is limited. So now through the usage of SPENN, we generate a deposit, which again becomes valuable to the bank, which means that they can now utilize this capital and lend it out and use it as a bank should do. So for that, the bank is now paying us, and they're paying us cheaper than the access for this capital typically is outside the country. This means that the bank will now pay us, as said, and in return, we can give this product for free to the people living in Rwanda. With SPENN, you can not only send and receive money, you can also pay your bills, you can put money onto your savings account, and you earn 4% on whatever you have on your savings account, and there is no lockup. In addition, you can also go and borrow money, and you can borrow money for free for the first 2 weeks. So it's completely interest-free to borrow money with SPENN, which also is a positive element, not only for you as a person, but also for the government. Because let's say a typically taxi driver or a border driver can now come onto our platform. He can actually borrow the money that he maybe don't have when he starts his day, which means he can now fill up the gasoline on his bike, he can start his day, and he can pay us back without having to pay any interest on those loans. So we're kind of helping the society as well as the government to get the wheels rolling, literally speaking. Finally, we are here today because we are launching the diaspora solution, which means that people living in Scandinavia can now also download the SPENN application. Now you can then, of course, deposit money either with your card from your bank account in Rwanda or from any mobile money account in Rwanda. Which means that when you have money on your SPENN account, you can freely send money to whoever you like, completely cost-free. Even from here, it doesn't cost you anything. And this is the beauty with our product. So if you use your card to top up when you're here, there will be an exchange rate, but that is between your card provider, Visa, MasterCard, whatever card you're using, and your local bank in Rwanda. There is no additional fees to that. We don't earn any fees on that at all. So that means now you're topping up your account, and now you have the luxury of using all the services that I just mentioned, as well as being able to send money to your loved ones or to whoever you would like to send money to.